November 24th, 1971, Thanksgiving Eve, Portland International Airport. Rain hammers the tarmac. Fluorescent lights flicker inside the terminal. A man in a dark suit and sunglasses moves through the crowd. Black tie, white shirt, briefcase. He doesn't hurry. He doesn't hesitate. He buys a ticket under the name Dan Cooper. Cash payment. No ID required. Boarding pass for Northwest Orient Flight 305. Destination, Seattle. In 2 hours, he will vanish into American legend. The Boeing 727 sits on the runway. 36 passengers, 6 crew members. Routine flight. 30-minute airtime. The man takes seat 18C, rear of the cabin, near the aft stairs. He orders a bourbon and soda, lights a cigarette. Polite, calm, unremarkable. Florence Schaffner walks the aisle, mid-20s, professional, observant. The man hands her a note. She assumes it's a phone number, another passenger flirting. She slips it into her pocket without reading. "Miss, you'd better look at that note." His voice is steady. No urgency, no panic, just certainty. She unfolds the paper. "I have a bomb." Time fractures. She looks at him. He opens his briefcase. Red cylinders, wires, battery pack. Her training never prepared her for this. The sky outside is black. The cabin lights feel too bright. Everything is suddenly wrong. The cockpit is notified. Captain William Scott, 25 years of experience. His hands remain steady on the controls. The hijacker's demands are precise. $200,000 in $20 bills, 4 parachutes, fuel truck standing by in Seattle. He speaks softly. No shouting, no threats. Just calm, calculated instruction. The passengers don't know. They sit, reading magazines, drinking coffee, unaware they're part of history being written in real time. Flight 305 circles above Seattle, holding pattern, waiting. On the ground, chaos erupts. Field office, Seattle Police Department, Northwest Orient executives. Everyone is scrambling. The money is gathered. 10,000 $20 bills, weighing 21 pounds. Serial numbers photographed, each bill documented. 2 military parachutes, 2 civilian sport chutes, delivered to SeaTac Airport. The tower clears Flight 305 to land. Rain streaks the windows. Runway lights blur into watercolor. The 727 touches down. 5:39 p.m. The aircraft taxis to a remote area, away from terminals, away from crowds. The hijacker's instructions are specific. Deliver the money and parachutes. Refuel the aircraft. Release the passengers. A Northwest Orient employee approaches, carrying a canvas bank bag, 21 pounds of cash, 4 parachutes in canvas containers. The aft stairs lower. He hands everything up. Never sees the hijacker's face clearly, just a silhouette against cabin light. The passengers are released. 36 people filing down the stairs. Confused, frightened, alive. Florence Schaffner remains, along with another flight attendant, Tina Mucklow, pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer. The hijacker keeps them calm, almost gentlemanly. He never raises his voice, never shows anger. Tina becomes his primary contact, 23 years old, handling a situation no training manual covered. He asks about the parachutes, examines them carefully, selects 1 military and 1 civilian chute, cuts open a reserve parachute, uses the cords for something. What exactly? Nobody knows. New flight plan filed. Destination Mexico City. Specific instructions. Fly at minimum speed, no faster than 150 knots. Cabin unpressurized. Flaps lowered 15 degrees. Rear stairs remain unlocked. The crew questions the parameters. They're dangerous. The aircraft isn't designed for this configuration at altitude. Just do it, he says. 7:40 p.m. Flight 305 takes off again, climbing into darkness. Storm clouds swallow the aircraft. Rain, wind, turbulence. The flight path? South towards Reno, over the Cascade Mountains. Dense wilderness below. The hijacker sends the remaining crew to the cockpit. Close the curtain and don't come back. Tina Mucklow is the last person to see him, standing in the cabin, money bag secured, parachute strapped on, sunglasses still in place despite the darkness. She moves forward, pulls the curtain. The cockpit crew watches their instruments. 8 p.m. A sudden pressure change. The aircraft's tail section dips. Warning light. Aft stairs deployed. Captain Scott feels the shift in handling. The plane becomes harder to control. They're flying over southwestern Washington, near the Columbia River. Thick forest, mountains, night. The temperature outside, 7 degrees below zero. Wind speed, 200 miles per hour. Freezing rain. Somewhere in that darkness, a man jumps, with $200,000, into a storm, into legend. Flight 305 lands in Reno, 10:15 p.m. FBI agents storm the aircraft. Empty cabin. Aft stairs extended into the void. 2 parachutes remain. The money is gone. The man is gone. His bourbon glass sits on the armrest. Cigarette butts in the ashtray. 8 in total. His black clip-on tie left behind on seat 18C. The investigation begins immediately. Search perimeter 28 miles wide. Terrain nearly impassable. Dense forest, steep ridges, no roads. The Air Force deploys helicopters. Ground teams comb the wilderness. They find nothing. Not a parachute, not a body, not a single bill. Days turn to weeks. The FBI interviews everyone. Passengers, crew, ground staff. Composite sketches are drawn. Middle-aged white male, 5'10" to 6 feet tall, 170 to 180 pounds. Dark hair, brown eyes, smoker, drinker, calm under pressure. The name Dan Cooper is misreported as D.B. Cooper. The error sticks. A legend is born from a typo. Theories multiply. Professional skydiver, military paratrooper, airline employee. The parachute choice suggests inexperience. He selected a training chute, impossible to steer. The reserve chute he cannibalized was a dummy, non-functional. Any experienced jumper would have known this. The flight parameters make survival unlikely. Jumping at night, in a storm, at 200 miles per hour, in a business suit, into freezing wilderness. Experts say the impact alone could kill, but no body is found. Nothing, nothing, nothing. The case goes cold. Then, 1980, a boy finds something on the banks of the Columbia River, near Vancouver, Washington. 3 bundles of cash, rotted, decomposed, but identifiable. Serial numbers match. $5,800 in $20 bills, from the ransom money. How did they get there? Did Cooper drown in the river? Did he bury the money? Was he ever even alive to spend it? The discovery raises more questions than answers. Over 5 decades, hundreds of suspects. Richard Floyd McCoy Jr. hijacked a plane 5 months later using Cooper's exact method, demanded parachutes and ransom, caught, convicted, escaped prison, killed in shootout. But physical description doesn't match, and he was demonstrably elsewhere on November 24, 1971. Duane Weber, deathbed confession to his wife, "I'm Dan Cooper." New details never made public, but FBI finds no conclusive evidence. Robert Rackstraw, former Army paratrooper, experienced pilot, criminal record, investigated multiple times, circumstantial evidence only. Barbara Dayton, transgender woman who claimed she was Cooper before transition, no credible evidence. Lynn Doyle Cooper, Purdue engineer, strong physical resemblance to composite, owned parachutes, died in 1999. DNA testing inconclusive. Every lead evaporates. The FBI officially closes the case in 2016, after 45 years. No arrests, no charges, no closure. The only unsolved airplane hijacking in American history. The Cooper hijacking changed everything. Airport security was minimal in 1971. No metal detectors, no baggage screening, cash tickets, no ID checks. Within months, everything changed. Metal detectors installed nationwide. Passenger screening becomes mandatory. The Cooper vein, a mechanical lock preventing aft stair deployment.